Google has done it again, but this time, they're playing a completely different game. A game where the rules aren't about who's the smartest, but who can solve the most problems. The announcement of Gemini 3.1 Pro has left the AI community buzzing. But here's the twist. Google doesn't seem to care if you continue using Claude or ChatGPT. Why? Well, it's not about the race for benchmarks anymore. This is about a much deeper play, one that could reshape the entire AI industry. You might be wondering, how can Google ship the smartest AI model and still not care? The answer lies in Google's unique strategy. While other companies are scrambling to make the smartest AI, Google is focusing on solving problems, and not just any problems, but those that have been unsolved for years in math, physics, and economics. This isn't about AI just for AI's sake. It's about creating real-world solutions. But what makes Gemini 3.1 Pro so different from other AI models? First off, it's priced at a fraction of what competitors charge. That's right, Google's smartest AI costs only half as much as others. So why does Google price it so low? The reason isn't what you think. Google isn't trying to dominate the benchmark race. Instead, they're focused on creating a vertical stack of technologies that work seamlessly together. This includes everything from the silicon in their TPUs to their groundbreaking Nobel Prize-winning research. But here's the big question. How does this all tie into Google's larger AI strategy? Well, for starters, it's about having an impregnable fortress. A fortress built on their deep technological integration and massive financial resources. Google's AI isn't just about processing power. It's about mastering the fundamental problem types. It's about solving problems that others can't even get close to. One key example of this is the DeepThink project. DeepThink has already solved 18 problems that have previously eluded the brightest minds in science. But it doesn't stop there. Google is redefining how we approach reasoning, coordination, and even emotional intelligence in AI. The key insight? Not all problems are created equal. Some problems require raw processing power. Others require nuanced understanding and coordination. So what's Google's secret weapon in this battle? It's their ability to optimize their AI models for specific tasks, not just blanket applications. The key to AI's future isn't about using one model for everything. It's about knowing which model is best for each problem type. And that's where Gemini 3.1 Pro truly shines. This isn't just a super powerful model, it's a model that knows how to focus. But the rest of the industry, they're still playing catch-up. The race is on, but the way Google is playing it is fundamentally different. They're not chasing benchmarks. They're focused on real-world impact, and that's why their strategy is so compelling. In fact, Google doesn't care if you keep using other models. They know that their AI will solve problems no one else can. The question now is, can the rest of the AI community catch up? Or will Google's quiet game of solving problems instead of chasing accolades make all the difference? As the landscape shifts, one thing is certain: the future of AI looks very different with Google leading the charge. To fully grasp what's happening, we need to take a closer look at Google's broader AI strategy. While everyone else is racing for the next benchmark, Google is focused on solving real-world problems. Their new AI model, Gemini 3.1 Pro, is designed with this one goal in mind: impact. But what sets Gemini apart from its competitors like ChatGPT and Claude? For one, Gemini is a perfect example of Google's vertical stack philosophy. This means that Google doesn't just focus on the AI model, it integrates everything from hardware to software. This integration starts with their custom-built TPUs, tensor processing units. Google's TPUs are the key to their massive computational power, allowing Gemini to process more efficiently than competitors. But it's not just about processing power. Google's AI is deeply tied to their research in areas like protein folding and quantum computing. This vast pool of knowledge and expertise allows Gemini to solve problems no one else can. Take DeepThink, for example, a project where Google has already solved 18 previously unsolved problems in science. These problems span across math, physics, and economics, some of which have been deemed unsolvable for decades. But Google's AI model isn't just solving isolated problems, it's reshaping the way we think about problem solving. Traditional AI models focus on benchmarks, pushing limits on existing tasks. But Google's approach is different. They optimize models for specific problem types. Some problems require brute computational power, while others need a deep understanding of context and reasoning. Google has figured out how to differentiate between these types and apply the right model for each. This focus on task optimization is a key component of why Gemini 3.1 Pro is so powerful. But let's dive deeper into why Google doesn't care about the competition. Unlike its rivals, Google isn't chasing accolades or trying to win every AI competition. Their goal is to create tools that can actually change industries, tools that don't just look good on a benchmark. This shift in focus is why Google's AI costs half as much as the competition. They're not focused on charging top dollar for an AI model that just wins benchmarks. They're interested in solving problems that matter. And the impact of that strategy is already being felt in industries beyond technology. Take the future of work, for instance. As AI technology continues to advance, more jobs will require specialized skills in problem-solving and reasoning. This is where Gemini's ability to optimize for specific tasks becomes critical. Google is preparing for a future where AI helps workers become more productive, not replace them. In fact, Google's approach is centered around how to enhance human potential, not just create machines that do everything for us. And when you think about it, that's a game changer. The question, which AI should I use, is starting to become irrelevant. Instead, we should be asking, what problem am I trying to solve? As the market for AI tools expands, the margin between routing models correctly and using one model for everything grows wider. The difference is subtle, but incredibly important. Using the right model for the right task can make all the difference. This is why Google is willing to sacrifice the race for model rankings. They understand the bigger picture. By focusing on solving actual problems, they're setting themselves up to dominate in areas that matter. The future isn't about having the smartest AI, it's about having the smartest AI for specific use cases. This is the next frontier in AI development, and Google is leading the charge. But there's more. Google's vertical stack isn't just about hardware and AI models, it's also about how they approach research. The company invests in groundbreaking fields like quantum computing and protein folding, which gives them a significant edge over competitors. These fields are the next wave of AI development, and Google is positioning itself to be at the forefront. By creating these powerful AI models in-house, Google is building an ecosystem that can't be easily replicated. This is why the competition is so far behind, and why Google can afford to take a more measured approach. As the AI landscape evolves, Google's strategy will continue to prove that they aren't just playing the same game as everyone else. They're rewriting the rules. The more we look into Google's approach, the clearer it becomes. This isn't just about AI models. It's about the broader vision of how technology will integrate into every aspect of life. Google isn't focused on being the smartest. They're focused on being the most impactful. And this is where the competition starts to lose its footing. While others chase benchmarks and model rankings, Google has taken a more thoughtful, long-term approach. The question of which AI should I use becomes irrelevant in this context. Instead, it's all about which AI is best suited for solving specific problems. Google is no longer competing on the same field as other AI companies. They've created their own. Their approach is much more subtle but it's also much more powerful. By building an ecosystem of models, research, and hardware, Google has created a fortress that's tough to penetrate. It's not just about selling AI, it's about creating tools that unlock a new level of human productivity. And that's why Google isn't worried about whether you use their model or someone else's. They know that once you see what their models can do, it's only a matter of time before others follow suit. Google is betting that their AI will be embedded in every industry, solving problems far beyond benchmarks. They're making moves that aren't immediately obvious, but will pay off in the long run. For example, Google's deep investment in solving complex, unsolved problems shows their commitment to real-world impact. DeepThink, a Google-backed project, has already cracked problems that had previously stumped scientists for years. These breakthroughs are more than just academic. They could transform entire industries. And this is where Google's strategy becomes truly revolutionary. They're not just releasing AI models, they're shaping the future of work, research, and problem-solving. The real game changer here is how Google views AI as a tool for deep intellectual progress. They're not just pushing the boundaries of what AI can do, they're using it to solve age-old problems. But it's more than just scientific discoveries. Google is also working on tools that make work easier for everyone. The future of work won't be defined by AI that replaces jobs. It will be shaped by AI that makes people more productive. This is the core of Google's approach. They're enhancing human capabilities, not eliminating them. It's this forward-thinking mindset that sets Google apart from the rest of the industry. Other companies focus on AI as an end product. Google focuses on how AI fits into a broader ecosystem. This perspective changes everything. Google is building tools that help us solve problems on a massive scale. This shift in thinking is why the market for AI tools is expanding so rapidly. The companies that only focus on being the smartest model will eventually be left behind. The real challenge lies in creating models that work for real-world tasks and integrate seamlessly into human workflows. Google's AI is already starting to find its way into these workflows, and that's where the future lies. In fact, the Gemini 3.1 Pro is a perfect example of how AI can be used as a tool for real-world application. It's not just a powerful model, it's a model that can solve problems that matter. And that's where the competition is missing the mark. They're still chasing benchmarks while Google is solving problems. In the end, it's about creating value for people, not just for AI enthusiasts or researchers. Google is focused on creating a future where AI amplifies human intelligence rather than competes with it. This is why the future of AI looks so different with Google leading the charge. Their vision is about building solutions that have a tangible, lasting impact on the world. And while the rest of the industry fights over model rankings, Google quietly solidifies its position as the industry leader. They know that the true measure of success is not how much you win in benchmarks, but how much you change the world. And that's the twist. Google is focused on real-world problems, not just winning a race. Their vision for AI is far-reaching, and it's already starting to transform industries. The only question now is how fast can the rest of the world catch up? As we come to the end of this exploration, one thing is crystal clear. Google's strategy is changing the AI game. They're not just building smarter models, they're building an entire ecosystem designed for impact. The battle in the AI industry is no longer about who has the most advanced model. It's about who can solve the most complex, real-world problems with AI. And Google is positioning itself at the center of that revolution. With Gemini 3.1 Pro, they've created a tool that can tackle problems no other AI can touch. This isn't just about AI competing with humans. It's about AI working alongside humans to achieve things never before possible. But the most interesting part? Google's AI isn't trying to replace workers, it's trying to empower them. By focusing on optimization and real-world applications, Google is creating an AI that enhances human productivity. This shift in focus from AI as a product to AI as a tool for deep intellectual progress is transformative. And it's this shift that gives Google a distinct advantage over the competition. While others focus on benchmarking and winning accolades, Google is quietly making strides in practical, world-changing applications. So what's the key takeaway here? It's not about choosing the smartest AI model. It's about understanding which model solves your problem best. The future of AI isn't about one-size-fits-all models. It's about tailored solutions for specific challenges. Google's strategy is all about creating AI models that work in harmony with the broader ecosystem. Their deep integration of hardware, research, and software is the backbone of their AI innovation. And as they continue to solve problems that were once thought impossible, the future looks incredibly promising. But don't just take my word for it. Watch what happens as this AI revolution unfolds. Google's AI will continue to be a game changer, not by dominating the market, but by creating solutions that truly matter. For those in the AI space, the message is clear. It's time to rethink what success really looks like. In the future, the companies that focus on solving real-world problems will be the ones that thrive. The race isn't about having the best benchmarks anymore. It's about making a tangible impact on society. As more industries begin to embrace AI, those who can use it to improve lives will lead the charge. Google's vision for AI is all about the long game, solving problems, improving productivity, and driving progress. And with every step forward, they're shaping a future where AI is an indispensable partner, not just a tool. So, how does this all affect you? If you're a knowledge worker, prepare for a world where AI is your ally. Whether you're in research, finance, healthcare, or technology, AI will become an essential part of your toolkit. The question now is, how will you adapt to this new reality? Will you embrace AI as a powerful tool for problem solving, or will you fall behind in a world that's rapidly evolving? The future is being built right now, and AI is at the heart of it. Google is leading the way, but this is just the beginning. The next decade will see AI become even more integrated into our daily lives. The companies and individuals who embrace this technology will be the ones who thrive. So the choice is yours. Stay ahead of the curve or be left behind. It's time to start thinking about how AI can enhance your work and life. As the industry shifts, there's one thing you can count on. Those who understand how to use AI will lead the future. Google's quiet strategy is already proving to be a winning formula. And it's just the beginning. As more industries adapt, AI will become the backbone of innovation, creating endless possibilities. Will you be part of the wave of change, or will you watch from the sidelines? The AI revolution is happening right now, and it's up to you to decide how you'll be involved. Google's vision is reshaping the future, and the time to act is now. Embrace AI, adapt to the changing landscape, and prepare to thrive in a world where technology and humanity work hand in hand. The future of AI is here, and it's brighter than ever. Are you ready to be part of it?